Welcome students. Today we are going to demonstrate the experiment on determination of band gap energy of a thermistor. So let us see the components required for the thermistor experiment. This is what a power supply. This is what a DC power supply. So where there are three ranges, 2, 4 and 6 voltage, you have to fix it at the voltage of 2. You have to fix it at 2 voltage. This is what a galvanometer. This is used to know the deflection of the thermistor. This is the thermistor resistance boxes, load box, which are inbuilt. There are three ranges. As I think we have already discussed the four ranges. One is into 1, whatever the load we fix it at 1, 10, 100 and 1000. What we have seen for the solar cell. Similarly, we have this is called a decade resistance box. We call it as a load. Here you see all the green color boxes. There is a symbol G, which represents two terminals of the galvanometer should be connected here. There is no positive negative, so you can connect anywhere. Similarly, these two green color terminal which are given on the top is used to connect. X represents a coil here. So coil has a two terminal. This is our thermistor actually. This is our thermistor. Are you able to see a black color small structure? It is like a doll like structure having two terminals. This is our thermistor. So it has two terminals. These two terminals should be connected across this X. Similarly, the power supply, two terminals, positive and negative of the power supply should be connected directly to the DC power supply. So you can interchange also, nothing is going to happen. You need not worry about it where I have to connect positive and negative. So now we have established the connection. How do you check whether given connection is correct? It works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. It works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. Now you see, let me show, there are two more. These four terminals are resistances called load, right? Here two more terminals are there. This is taken as P, the right side terminal is taken as Q. So as per Wheatstone bridge principle, we have to fix the value of P and Q. So there are three possibilities. You can have P also 10, Q also 10, where I have fixed it at 10-10 mode, where you can change from 10-10 to 100-100 as well. Similarly for 1000-1000 as well. But what we are going to do is we are going to do the experiment. We are going to do the experiment by fixing at 10 ohms each. P is also 10, Q is also 10. So that is why with the help of P and Q, and these all the four terminals are taken as R. Everybody knows that P by Q is equal to R by X. We are going to find the value of X. X is the thermistor. The resistance of the thermistor at different temperatures we are going to determine. Now let me show you, after establishing connection, what you have to do, ensure that all the resistance are fixed at 0. All the resistance are fixed at 0. Now what you have to do is switch on the power supply, and fix the voltage at 2. As I already told you, fix the voltage at 2. Now there are two red buttons given at the bottom of this setup, right? Two red buttons given. You have to press parallelly. At a time you have to press both the terminals, and you are able to see the extreme deflection in the galvanometer. Let me show you. Initially the galvanometer deflection was at 0. When I press together, it shows an extreme deflection. Now what I am going to do, at a particular value of R, the galvanometer comes to null deflection. Let me fix it. Since I have fixed P and Q is 10, let me start from this terminal. When 1, fix the voltage, the load, the resistance at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no changes happened. So again bring back to 0. Use the 100 terminal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No changes. Sorry. When I fixed it at 10, so I got null deflection. It means whatever the value I fix should be multiplied by 100. So the value is 1000 now. For 1000 ohms, I got null deflection, right? In order to exactly calculate, you fix it at 9. It has almost comes to 0. Now fix it in terms of fix 910, 920, 930, 940, 950, 960, 970, 980. For example, exactly at 980, I got null deflection. Don't fix it only in terms of 100, 200, 300, 400. It may be 910, 920, 30 in such a way. Even if you want to much more calculate very specifically, 980, 981, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86 also. For example, 987 or 988, I got exactly null deflection. This is what my resistance, the value of resistance at room temperature. So I have kept this setup on the stove, but I have not heated from its room temperature. Now let me bring back, make all the resistance 0, Now what you have to do, you have to increase that, heat the thermistor by immersing inside a test tube into the beaker. You heat up to 60 degree. Don't heat 100, 200. So your thermometer will also be given. Thermometer will also be given. Now you have to insert the thermometer inside the test tube, not inside the beaker. Please understand, because the thermistor is kept inside the test tube, not directly immersing into water, because it is a conducting material. So I have inserted the thermometer inside the test tube. Now let me switch on this stove. Let the temperature of this thermistor goes up to 55 degrees Celsius. After reaching 55, switch off the heater and take this beaker and keep it on the table. Now what happens? Due to the radiation of heat to the environment, heat will be lost to the environment by the thermistor. The temperature of the thermistor comes down from 55 to 50, 45, 40 in such a way. For you have to start from 55. When the temperature is 55, again press the same thing. Just I am showing the same. It will show you room temperature only. So for different, at every 5 degree interval of temperature, you measure the resistance up to room temperature. You have to start from initially measure the resistance at room temperature, increase the temperature of the thermistor up to 55 and stop the heater, take the beaker and keep it on the table. The temperature will automatically slow down. When the temperature is 55, measure the resistance. When it comes to 50, measure the resistance. Similarly, in the each 5 degree in fall of temperature, you have to measure the resistance up to room temperature 55, 50, 45, 40, 35 and 30. So you have to measure at least 5 to 6 values at 5 different temperatures. That's all about the experimental procedure. Rest of the things will be discussed elaborately in our regular laboratory classes. How to calculate the value of resistance and how to plot the graph. How do we calculate the band gap energy of a thermistor? Thank you.